Welcome back to Inglés 4.0, the radio show. Let's go! Intermediate. All right, welcome back. Yeah, welcome to Intermediate class 58. 58. And my finger still hurts. Why does it hurt? Oh, because I hurt it yesterday. Do you remember I caught my finger in the door yesterday and it still hurts. I hurt it. I pinched it in the door. It still hurts. It hasn't stopped hurting ever since I pinched it in the door. I hurt my finger, so my finger hurts. We don't say it hurts me. No, we say it hurts. My finger hurts. Oh, man, I wish I hadn't hurt my finger. It hurts. Did you hurt anyone yesterday? Did you hurt anyone? No, I didn't hurt anyone. Did you hurt my feelings yesterday? No. No, Kyle, I didn't hurt your feelings. I hope I didn't hurt your feelings yesterday when I was explaining things in class. If I mentioned something, I hope I didn't hurt your feelings. I didn't mean to hurt your feelings. Okay? Ask me if children hurt themselves when they're in the playground sometimes. Hey, Kyle, do children hurt themselves when they're in the playground? Do they hurt themselves when they're in the playground? Sometimes. Yes, they sometimes hurt themselves when they're in the playground or when they're on the playground. They sometimes hurt themselves. Yes. So, hacer daño, to hurt, to hurt. I didn't mean to hurt you. I hope I didn't hurt you. Every day I hurt, yesterday I hurt. Very simple verb. So I would like to move on. But just remember, make sure that you're pronouncing the H sound properly. Hurt, hurt, hurt. Okay? Very good. Translation. All right, yes, it's time for a little bit of translation. Yes, now we're going to look at translation list 7. And I promised yesterday, I said, don't worry, I promise I'll spend plenty of time on translation list 7 because we didn't get to it at all yesterday. So we'll practice it now. Translation list 7. So number 1, estaban satisfechos con los resultados. En voz alta en casa, ¿eh? Siempre en voz alta, out loud. Estaban satisfechos con los resultados. They were satisfied with the results. They were satisfied with the results. And number 2, dime cuándo tengo que llevarlo. Tell me when I have to take it. Cuando. Tell me when I have to take it. Tell me. Dime. Not say me. No se puede decir say me. Okay? Tell me. Tell me. When you have this pronoun, it's always tell. Tell me. Okay? With the possessive. Tell me. Never say me. Okay? Tell me when I have to take it. Ha habido un cambio. There's been a change. There's been a change. Ha habido un cambio. There's been a change. Oh, did I tell you? There's been a change. Ha habido un cambio. There's been. With the contraction here, there has been, but there's been a change. Number 4. ¿A dónde iban cuando les paraste? Where were they going when you stopped them? Where were they going when you stopped them? You stopped them? Well, where were they going? ¿A dónde iban? Where were they going? I want to know where they were going when you stopped them. They were going home when you stopped them. They were going to the store when you stopped them. Where were they going when you stopped them? Number 5. ¿Oíste lo que dijeron sobre el partido? ¿Oíste? Did you hear? Did you hear what they said about the game? The game. Game. Did you hear what they said about the game? Number 6, ¿qué dijeron? What did they say? What did they say? Number 7, cuéntales un chiste. Bueno, cuéntales el chiste que me contaste anoche. Tell them the joke you told me last night. Here we could use the word that. We could say, tell me the joke that. Que. Tell me the joke that you told me last night. But it's optional. You can leave it out. You can omit the word that if you want. Tell me the joke you told me last night. It was a good joke. Do you want to hear the joke that I told you last night? I told you the joke last night. The joke is, well, I went to a wedding. And I went to a wedding last weekend. And it was actually a wedding between two antennas. And the wedding itself was actually terrible. But the reception was fantastic, you know? So that's the joke that I told you last night. Number 8, necesito tu autorización. I need your authorization. I need your authorization. Yes, necesito tu autorización. I need your authorization. Authorization. Very good. Number 9. Voy a darte lo que quieras. I'm going to give you what you want. I'm going to give you what you want. I'm with the contraction with the contraction I am, but also closing my lips. This is very important. I'm a man. I'm a man, she's a woman. I'm a man, she's a woman. I'm a man, she's a woman. Closing my lips every time. I'm a man. Except with the N. I'm a man. Man. At the end of that word, my lips stay open because it's an N, not an M. But here, I'm going to give them. Well, I'm going to give you what you want. Okay? Number 10. Están empezando a limpiarlo. They're starting to clean it. They're starting to clean it. And number 11, tengo que coger el avión de las 5. I have to catch the 5 o'clock plane. I have to catch the 5 o'clock plane. I'm not going to catch the 6 o'clock plane. I'm running because I have to catch the 5 o'clock plane. I'm going to be late. I have to catch the 5 o'clock plane. It's already, oh man, I'm not going to catch it. I'm not going to catch the plane. I have to catch the 5 o'clock plane. We have the verb to catch. Very interesting verb. Typically, we use this verb to catch, as in to acquire transportation. Okay, transportation. And then to catch is also to retrieve something from the air. And to become ill. To become ill, to get sick. I caught a cold. To catch a cold, right? To catch a flu, to catch a virus, to get sick, to catch a cold. And then we also say to catch a criminal, for example, to catch someone. Okay? Number 12. ¿Quieres que te lleve al aeropuerto? Do you want me to take you to the airport? Do you want me to take you to the airport? Do you want me to take you to the airport? Because I can. If you want me to, I'll take you. Okay? All right, very good.
Word of the day.
Now it's time for our word of the day. Our word of the day is pelar, which is in English the verb to peel. To peel. Yes, I always peel my potatoes before I make a Spanish omelet. It's important. I think it's important to peel the potatoes. To peel them. I also peel oranges. To peel. P-E-E-L. Every day I peel. Yesterday I peeled. I peeled 3 oranges yesterday. Tomorrow I'm going to peel 2 oranges. To peel an orange, it takes me about 30 seconds to peel an orange. And it takes me about a minute to peel a potato. I can peel an orange faster than I can peel a potato. I peeled a few oranges yesterday, but I didn't peel any potatoes. Did you peel any potatoes yesterday? No, I didn't peel any potatoes. I peeled oranges, but I didn't peel potatoes. So the verb to peel is our word of the day. Now, moving on, maybe the most interesting thing I can talk about all day. The most important thing to remember here is the use of the word thing. The most interesting thing. This is maybe the most interesting thing I'm going to talk about today. The most peculiar thing, the most difficult thing. This is an interesting structure. So we say, for example, lo más extraño de Roberto es su risa. Robert's laugh, or the most peculiar thing about Robert is his laugh. So his laugh is very peculiar. It's a very interesting thing. The most interesting thing. The most important thing. The most attractive thing about Madrid is probably the center. The center is very beautiful. Probably the most attractive thing about the city. The most interesting thing about the city is, well, it's history. And its museums make it interesting. Yes, it's an interesting city. It's also a very beautiful city. So we say the most adjective thing. The most difficult thing about Spanish is the grammar. What's the most difficult thing about English? What's the most difficult thing in English? In the English language, I think the most difficult thing in English, well, the pronunciation is difficult. I acknowledge that, because we don't have firm rules. And the use of prepositions is very difficult. Those are probably the 2 most difficult things. The 2 most difficult things about the English language. Pronunciation and prepositions. Prepositions, which are the root of phrasal verbs and the complication and the difficulty that people have. Phrasal verbs are one of the most interesting things, one of the most challenging things to learn when you're studying English. That's why we have a book. Some new books in Vaughan Systems were studying phrasal verbs, and they're very good. Those books are, well, the new book is probably the most popular thing in our bookstore. It's the most popular book in our bookstore. And the most interesting thing about it is the way it's written, the way it's designed is very interesting. The interesting thing about that new book, The Phrasal Verbs Up and Down by Mickey Leonard, the most interesting thing about it is that it analyzes the phrasal verbs according to the preposition rather than the verb, the root verb. So it's a different approach. It focuses on up and down, and soon there will be in and out and on and off, and these other prepositions available in the shop. But for now, it's up and down. It's a different approach to learning phrasal verbs and a good way to study. But now it's time to move on to our vocabulary of the day. Yeah, a little vocabulary. Time for the vocabulary of the day. The first word today is ampliar. To expand. Hacerse mayor. To grow up. To grow up. Agarrar. To grab. To grab. With a B. To grab. Impedir. To request. to request. I'd like to request a song, please. To request. Desamparado. Helpless. Sometimes I feel completely helpless. Desamparado. Helpless. But then someone comes along and helps me, and I'm fine. Okay. So, once again, I think I've run out of time because the clock is ticking down. And we have one more thing to talk about here. But we'll leave it until tomorrow. So, for example, we'll practice this structure. I can't find my notes. I can't remember. Can you remember the words? Can you do this? I can't do this. I can't do that. Can you remember the words to a lot of Bruce Springsteen songs? No, I can't remember the words. Can you see ghosts at night? No, I can't. I can't see ghosts at night. I can't find my notes because my desk is a mess. We'll practice this tomorrow. We're completely out of time. So I will leave you now. We'll be back in a few minutes with the advanced class. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.